Hey, 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 welcome back. Welcome back to the Virgo channel. It's freezing in here. It's hot outside. It's freezing in here. It's like I feel like my temperature is off. I can't get it. All right. For those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Laura, and I'm going to do a message for Virgo. Know that energy is fluid. Rules could be reversed. Just interpret the message as it best resonates with you. Also know on this channel and on my channels, I like to dive deep within the reading. So I do look at everything, but we take a lot more time to look at the spiritual blocks, the shadows, and see how they play those karmic themes to help you understand why your person is doing what they're doing, why you're attracting that person into your life, and how to shape shift the energy, because you can shape shift the energy so that you stop ruminating, so that you can actually cut the cord if the person is really toxic. Now, before I jump in, I just wanted to remind you about my Otter Spirit bracelets. You too can have your set of 2 or 3. These are really nice bracelets. I like these because these are the rose rose chakra. They all have, like, this one has rose chakra in it. This one's watermelon calcite. I love this one. It's my favorite one. See that? It's so pretty. It has green in it, it has pink in it. And anyway, black and white dragon agate. And I picked these out myself, but they have a whole catalog that you can mix and match. And what's really great about this company is if you purchase 15% of the proceeds go to saving the otters. And I love that. They almost is just, I don't know, they almost no more because of, people and not taking care of the oceans and not taking care of, what they should be. But this company raised enough money so that they're no longer, like, in threat of no longer being on the planet. So I like that. We don't talk about that enough because we don't, if you don't see the animals, you don't really think about it. But, we're all connected, including the animals. And that's part of the reason why the world looks the way that it is. We look the other way on a lot of different things, how we treat other people, how we treat, other people in different countries if we don't believe in what they believe. And, we've gotten to a place where it's like, we just have to understand that we're all spiritual beings having human experiences. And the one thing that connects us to each other is that energy of love. We can feel it. I don't need to agree with you, to not be an asshole. I can agree to disagree with you and still be a good person. And I just see, like, so much hate and so much, and more of that. The more and more and more people do it, the more and more that, it's us. We determine it. It's not one person. When it's collectively a bunch of people are afraid of money, and then all of a sudden you see money issues or you see problems within your stability. That's like collective karma. It's like somebody else trying to show us a reality that they want us to believe. And then our habits and our behaviorisms are going to be built on those perceptions. And when you get into a relationship with a karmic, well, that's what they do. They want to show you a narrative about yourself. And if you're not careful, if you don't know who you are, and you don't, like, love yourself enough and believe in yourself enough, well, then you can be a really great person, but because you dealt with this person that was shady, you now have to eat the karmic consequences. And when you look at that person, you're like, they're fucking fine. They're not fine. Understand, a person that runs from person to person is never fine. However, they're not struggling is what you a lot of times will see. So you can avoid the karmic consequences when you recognize when a person is spiritually out of balance. And a lot of times you're going to have to tap in to your gut, and it's not going to be what your heart wants. A lot of times it's going to be what you know is to be true when you're dealing with people that are really, have a lot of trauma. Now, sometimes trauma just plays out as bad behaviorism. So we're going to look today and see, is this person deliberately an asshole, And let me tell you, shadows and spiritual blocks will do that. Person is like, I don't care. Misery loves company. Or is this person just blind and they don't really understand what they do? Because then the way that you deal with them should be a little bit different. Not saying that you should want to get back together, but what you should do is create awareness. And, people can redeem themselves and people can heal, so we have to be open to that, but not when it comes to risking your well-being. Now, anything of any importance or relevance in the channel, you know where to find it. It's in the description box. My shadow healing coaching program is now only launched on YouTube. Sorry for all the back and forth with VidMe, but I don't know, too many issues. Brand new platform, great concept. It's up, but if I can't stream on it and they're delayed in streaming, too delayed, like 3-4 months wise, I had to switch everything to YouTube. I wanted to consolidate my Virgo with my Scorpio and my Gemini channel to have one big group on VidMe, but it didn't happen. So now I just have 3 individual shadow healing coaching programs on YouTube. One for you guys, one for Scorpio, and one for Gemini. All right, let's see what the word of the video is. And by the way, is everything, if you want to, follow me, just subscribe to the front. I think the button's on the front, they say. All right, just get to the reading, man. All right, disequilibrium. Well, you're dealing with a person that is, again, very imbalanced. And because they're imbalanced, they're creating an imbalance within the connection. So that's what is overriding. So you may feel like as if you're getting triggered a lot by this person. You might even feel like you're ruminating a lot, because that's what this person wants to do. Understand, disequilibrium means is, again, you're out of balance. This person's out of balance. And, so it's the way that we think. The way that we think and the emotions that we have are what creates our energy. So this person wasn't getting a response from you. And so what they're trying to do is they're trying to get a reaction from you without doing anything. So again, they've kept the connection in a place of imbalance for a long time. And now it's, again, as more time goes on, I feel like this person's getting impatient. And so they're trying to do something to get you to react. I don't know why I always channel a lot with the first card, but when I pull cards, it usually all lines up. So, well, it always lines up, but, I don't understand why. All right. So let's see what the other energy is using my deck, Psychic Healer Oracle System. Let's see what this word is. It's vanity. Yeah, because the person cares a lot about what they look like. Now, I'm feeling like you're dealing with somebody that is used to getting their way, someone that is good looking, someone that thinks that they're good looking, and they might not even be good looking anymore. They might be like a worn out player at this, but it's, again, this is the way that they perceive themselves. And so, part of coming to you, well, what's that going to look like? Stupid. It's like, so this person, again, is deluded. So they stay in a place of disequilibrium because, again, how they see things is through the lens, the distorted lens of their wound. So they're looking at, like, they think that they're still such a great catch. They think that, that they had a lot of options. But I feel like this person doesn't see the fact that you see who they are now. Yeah, it's like this person wanted you to be very consumed with them. They thought that you were going to be obsessed and jealous, and it was going to create a lot of chaos in your life. This is what they wanted for you. This is what they thought. And that's why they're deluded. If anything, I feel like this person now is like they're the ones that are really thinking about you. Yeah, see, this person has a lot of passion for you. So again, it's consuming because it's, again, they're still very attracted to you. So the thing is, when a person has a lot of attraction, but they haven't taken the time to actually build the emotional connection, it would be like in the bedroom all the time. So this person is imbalanced because of that too. It's not just the way that they think, but they're deluded because they think that they can, sexually come in and, sweep you off your feet, and it would be very consuming, but it would be very short-lived, because burnout is that, where it's, this person definitely has the second chakra imbalance, intimacy issue, overactive. So they'll go out on a binge. They were able to be like that because they're a good looking person, or they perceive that that's their perception of them, even if that's not who they are now, that's who they were. And so this person still thinks it. So the thing is, they're never 100% honest. I feel like when you were in a connection with them, you always had to like read between the lines, because this person isn't honest. They leave things out of their conversation. They strategize. It's everything so that everything's on their terms. Very childish. And just never creating strong roots. It's like, and what happens is, over time, if you're giving time and the person is it's really like one-sided, and you're making decisions based on like partial truths that are going to not benefit you, well, of course it creates a lot of resentment, because they're not creating strong roots. Now you think that it's a strong root, but what I see here is a narcissist. And I'm going to tell you why. I just literally had a flash of that. I don't know if you ever seen the video of the guy walking out holding the girl, and she's leaning up against him, and he's walking on a bridge, and all of a sudden he goes like this to her, and she like falls off the bridge, and she's like looking at him without strong roots. That's the energy, almost like they want you to get swept off your feet. They want to come in full of passion, full of to sweep, but there's no strong roots. So you don't trust this person because they've always been childish. And that's dangerous energy. This person that has a lot of anger, they have a lot of resentment inside them. That's why they want to make you angry. They want to make you angry because they're not getting their way. Remember, this person thought who they were, and here it is. You're not showing them that that's the reality by your actions. So that's pissing this person off. This person, again, has too much unresolved trauma, and they continually to take it out on you. Hey, nice to see your face too. And so again, when they want to punish you, this is what they do. They stonewall. And it did trigger you, because you're like, what are you doing? It's anything to get a reaction. Good, bad, whatever, without them having to really do the work. This is what you see. They don't want to, they want you on some level. It's not like they don't, but they don't want it on your terms. They don't want it where you would feel safe. It would always make you feel undervalued. And that's because this person needs to feel as if they're more superior. And then the thing is, it's like, if you want to set boundaries, they're going to sit there and they're going to judge you. They're going to try to make you feel bad. And you finally had enough of the abuse, because you're like, I see exactly what you're doing. It's like just trying to keep me on the hook, giving me just enough, telling me what you think I want to hear. And so again, leaving big pieces out of your story. So I'm like, I'm not, making decisions that are best for me, because they're not truthful. There's no root to what you're saying. It's just one-sided. So what the fuck for, you have to say? Like, what is this? Like, why would a person put so much time and so much energy into this? I mean, this is a lot of work to keep someone on the hook. Well, what we know, first of all, without even looking at cards, is they don't have enough of what's going on in their life. What's going on in your life that you would put this much time and energy? And if this is where I'm going to do a little therapy. If you're giving this person so much time and it's affecting you, sorry, and it's affecting you, then like, where are you putting your time? Right? So we have to ask ourselves that, because this person's cocky. They've gotten away with it for a long time. People like drop what they're doing. Are you dropping what you're doing for this person? I mean, because that's what's happened in the past. Because this person really does. This is where it's going to mess you up, because they do long to sweep you off your feet and shower you with love. They do have feelings for you, so they don't really want to let you go. They want that. And they feel as if you're their twin flame. That's what they think. And you'll be like, and this is the way that they treat me. It's again, yeah, because understand, every time that you pull away and now they feel like you're pulling away, it triggers their fears that you're going to leave them for good. So it's almost like it's like they want you to be there, but then when things get too close, they'll push you away. And then finally you get to a place where you're like, okay, you need to control me in order to feel safe within the connection, but that never fills me. It's a one-sided connection where I'm always feeling undervalued. And, but this person, like I said, in order for them to feel superior, which that's what relationships should never be, one person superior either. But in order for them to feel safe, they have to, place themselves like that. And if you're walking like that, over time, they wouldn't even want you. That's the irony. This person feels like neither one of you are being honest right now. And they're like, why are we so afraid to express ourselves? Where this person's not honest. And I feel like you've closed down because you're like, I can't trust you. This person's delusional. Well, again, they're in a place of disequilibrium because they're delusional. They're deluded. And it's because they think that this is like, oh, I didn't put any effort in, but like, I'm so attracted to you. I'm so like, you're my twin flame. Like, it's okay. Like, it's okay that we have this weird connection. Like, they're addicted to the drama is what I see here. They love the drama. They're addicted to it. And they have like fear of abandonment, and they want you to be consumed in them. This person really thinks who they are. Okay, well, like they have a hard time expressing themselves, and they might not admit it, but it says when the energy is stagnant, triggers happen. So it gets you guys to talk again. So instead of being able to actually have a conversation, this person's like, what can I do to get underneath your skin that you're going to get mad? See, that's how this reading started. It's like they want to keep it in a place of disequilibrium, so it triggers you, so that you react, so that you talk, so that the energy flows again, because you cut your energy off to this person. So they know that they have feelings for you, because every time you walk away, they don't want you to walk away. But when you're in the relationship with them, it's nothing but chaos, because they want to control it. And like I said, and you would have to be in a place of undervaluing yourself. It just is like off, and they're off. This person thinks that, oh, well, in the right timing, we'll come back together again. Like, we both need patience. Like, they're delusional. Like I said, this is what they think. I wanted to send you a message today, but I was afraid to. I don't know if you want to hear from me or if I can say the right thing to you. So again, when it really comes down to them putting the action, they're afraid of it. But because there's a part of them that kind of knows, but doesn't want to really admit it. So I want to see what they're going to do, because I'm kind of feeling like they're going to come back, and I don't want you to be mad, but it's like this person is like, I don't know. Do you want to hear from me? Do you not? Remember, they're delusional. There's a picture of them in their head based on a person that they used to be, but not really who they are now. And, like I said, they're delusional. They need healing. It shows that. And I feel like however you played this, like, is kind of keeping this person consumed in you. It's just this is the way that they handle it because they're not used to it. They're used to the other person chasing, the other person doing the work, not them being consumed. But they're thinking like it's kind of like a game, is what I feel like. And I guess that's why it's again out of balance. Yeah, again, the sex, which I told you, this is the motivator. So they have a lot of passion, but it's more like a second chakra imbalance because they're lazy. They don't really even want to, they don't want to do the work. It's almost like the sex is like an addiction. It's, it's fantasy. They're delusional because they really haven't given you the time. And though there is this connection, there's this passion. This is who I perceive you to be, not really who you are because I haven't given you the time. That's a made up fictional character in their head. So again, everything that they think about this connection is kind of like imaginary because they haven't given it the time. If they gave the relationship the actual time, then they would know you. They don't know you. They just go by, oh, at one time there was all this passion and this is who I am, so I could probably get it back. I'm not sure though. I know I didn't treat you that well, but I think I could possibly get it back. This is where they are. And you walking away from them is definitely triggering them. So they're again trying to figure out how to manipulate the situation because they want to be the one that's the authority. And that's like having the blind person drive the bus. That's what it would be like. It's again because you being in your power intimidates this person. So they like you. But the thing is, you are going to like set boundaries. You are going to say things that are going to trigger this person. And there's no trust because of the way that things were second chakra in balance again. So this person, like you're making them not like, it's all about this, the vanity, remember? It's how they perceive themselves. So they're not seeing this connection for what it is. So when you get triggered and you're like, why the person is acting like this? They're acting like an asshole. Like, and when they're looking at the situation because they're delusional. They haven't taken the time. Is everybody, I'm so attracted to you. And in my mind, you would be like, let's just say they would say, you know how to cook like a 5-course meal. You dress up and meet me at the door every night when I came through the door in your wedding gown. I mean, so delusional. And we would just have this lovely life, but they're not putting the time in. They're lazy and they play a lot of games to manipulate things. So I don't even think that they're aware. That's the crazy part. It's like you not running to them and making it easy and them having to question, well, again, starts to shatter their self-image, but they don't want that. That's the reality for them is that I'm a good looking person. I get who I want. People are subservient to me. And I don't have feelings like this. I don't need to, like, this isn't the narrative that I want to live. And it's like, they're childish. Is again, they're afraid to be vulnerable. So you would always have to undervalue yourself. Who the fuck needs that? Nobody's got time for that. It's like, and that's really what it is. No one's got time for that. It's like, understand, unfortunately, how people wake up is like when you kind of like pull the plug, because people don't usually volunteer. You know what I'm saying? This person runs away to avoid facing their problems, which is part of the reason why they stonewalled you. Instead of taking the time and saying, oh, you have a problem, let's talk it through. No, I'm going to trigger you instead. This way you'll react, and then will fall passionately in the bedroom and have it, and the triggers will, we'll work it out because, see, we don't need to talk about our problems. We just have this much passion for each other. It's delusional. It's like they don't create. they don't create the intimacy because again they act like they don't care when they do. Again, they give you the silent treatment, unnecessary obstacles, childhood wounds influence this person's actions, and they think even though they're trying to make changes for the better now, and they do think that this is a twin flame journey. And I told you, they think that you're their divine counterpart, even though they did all this. And said that you are the first person to make me feel this way. And I have unwittingly sabotaged this connection. And so they're seeing what they did. So they know what they did, but there's still this chance you might take them back because they're delusional. It's again, at one time, this is who they were. Now, I don't see them apologizing. I don't see them talking about what they did or how they did it because, again, they don't want to be blamed. They're not going to want, they're like, again, the self image. So, and I just feel like the person's just focused on the chemistry, but again, they're off. Spiritual blocks look like mental blocks. So it's almost like bipolar, controlling, delusional, like all of it, because they're seeing everything through the lens of the wound and who they used to be. Yeah, one time they were good looking. At one time they got away with this crap. But this could be like an aged player. Like you should not be doing this in your like late 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. Come on. It's like after high school, like this is played. I'll even give you college. But after that, like it's like grow up. This person's still in that mindset. And that's why, again, so we have to say, why did you attract this person into your life? Like you're a magnet of who and what comes into your life. And this person has bad energy. Now they're going to come back, but don't trust them because they haven't changed. So I'm not even going to pull for whether or not you're going to take this person back because you shouldn't take this person back. It's, again, you'll have the option though, but you shouldn't because they need help. They need the healing. And if they don't heal, it's just going to be more of the same. They can only know how to be who they are. But they do have feelings for you. So when you're like, well, I felt like, well, yeah, it's all over. But it's like their way of that turns into control and manipulation because they're afraid, of abandonment. They're afraid because they need healing. So optimism. Well, we can't be too optimistic in this situation for sure. Again, rebellious, overwhelmed, loner, self-sabotage. You know what? I'm starting to get mad, and I'm going to tell you why. An anchor, because the whole time I'm like, oh, somebody is going to go back with this person. Someone is going to take this person back, and I'm not saying you, but somebody is going to take this person back because I'm like, someone feels bad. And that's what I felt. It was like someone's optimistic. Someone's like, well, they do care about me. And it's like, and I'm the type of, I've always been a little bit rebellious. I've always been like, I understand this language. I understand where they come from. Well, again, past life karmic mates would. Again, this person had the potential to step it up to twin flame level. It's like they haven't. It's like, and that's the issue. The issue isn't that there isn't the connection and that you both don't have the same qualities. You do, and that you do understand this person, but they still didn't give you the time. You could be like, well, I'm used to that type of environment too, where again, it was overrun. Like I didn't have the support either. There wasn't an anchor. So I tend to be like, you have friends and people like you, but you tend to like to spend a lot of time by yourself too. So you're like, I get them. And I've been known to self-sabotage myself. Like, and so Spirit says, yeah, because this person has a lot of like wounds that you would have had if you didn't heal, but it shows that you've healed. And so That's the issue. Like you can be with this person, but then you would sacrifice a lot. You would, and I say that because we haven't transmuted the negative energy yet. Like, if you have free will, you know that. So you're the alchemist of your life. But what I see here is that, you could be like this person could be very convincing. There's still a very strong emotional bond here. It's not like it's not. This person's off, however. And so, that being too optimistic and like rebellious of like I get them, and then like living overwhelmed. Remember, living in survival because hey, you didn't have that support. Self-sabotaging behaviorism is I know what it is, but I think I can fix it. I think I can change it. I think I could have it my way partially. And understand with this person, they wouldn't let you have partial anything. They have a second chakra imbalance. They would want to control. They're too insecure for you to have your own life. It's like this person needs to heal. And that's the issue. It's not that if you could control it like that, yeah, great. But that's the whole thing with second chakra. You can't control. You have to go with the flow of life. And that's through your unique individuality, not codependency. And so this person would need somebody that would be codependent. Now, I know that there's a lot of people that would not take this person back. But for those that 1 or 2% that would, that lecture's for you. It's again, because you're the alchemist of your life. Spirit says the energy needs to be alchemized. Turn pain into power. It's again, use your power to turn the adversity into opportunity. You need to create the positive change because that's not positive. You don't want to self-sabotage. If you self-sabotage, there's a sense of that you don't believe that you're deserving of it. You don't do this. Person can only do at this level. Even if there was a connection, understand spirit would have to bring someone that there would be a connection for you to learn. Otherwise, you're like, I'm not attracted to that person. Fucking, I don't care. You know what I mean? It's the whole point. Spirit says, all experiences, good and bad, shape your soul's evolutions. You're learning and you're growing. And these are growing pains. Now it's time for you to live authentically, live boldly and unafraid to be yourself, which understand if you were with this person, there's no way in hell they'd let you do it. Again, time to live out loud. That's where spirit says, I want you to attract who you deserve. I want you to attract the opportunities and the experiences that you deserve. And that's by being your true self, not by, again, like dumbing down for this person. And it's time to release the limiting beliefs that no longer serve you. Free yourself. You're deserving. You're lovable. You are enough. You can have. And this person was just, there was love, but love is unconditional, and that's a good thing. However, they're not healthy. It's time for you to move on to infinite possibilities. Don't cut yourself off to a mediocre life, or worse, a toxic one that is, again, that this person would not make you happy in the long run. Is what spirit says. If you need, even in the transmutation cards, it's saying time to alchemize the energy and let go of those core beliefs that attracted this person into your life. This person made you aware of, again, what you're allowing, like, and how you feel about yourself, when meanwhile there's infinite possibilities for you. Why would you pick that? Is what spirit says. Just because you don't know what's on the other side, spirit says you have to have more faith than that. Take some mustard seed. God makes it multiply. Spirit says you're all David going up against Goliath. Spirit says, please don't do my job. Do your job. Be like childlike. Go out into the world. Find your passion for life. Be in the energy of love by doing what you love, by becoming what you love, and you will attract the right person into your life. Spirit says, don't sell yourself short. It's like at one time you were a loner. Maybe again, at one time you saw yourself like this person. So you can identify and understand, have grand empathy for this person. But spirit says, but you have opportunity now because you've done the healing work. Where the hell are those cards? It's like I'm looking for my gigantic deck. very huge. Here it is. It was like a gigantic deck, and I was like, where did it just disappear? Like, you know. And so we end off with one more message for you, and that is, let's see, the calm. Breathe, live, and grow the light within you. Do one thing at a time and focus on the present moment. Cast off your doubts and fear dissipates and find peace in your being. So, Spirit saying again, like, there, you have talents that you don't even know that you have. The light within inside of you, the things that bring you joy. Again, you know what they are. You've always liked them, their hobbies, their interests, their passions. And Spirit says, just be present in the moment, and you won't even think about this person. Over time, you'll forget because about this person, because whatever you put your energy to will grow, will create, and will make a way where there is no way just for you. Spirit says, this is how you love yourself. And this is how you cast off all doubts that you can't have love. Spirit says that's impossible, that you can't have love when you are love. It's like that's the energy that connects us to everything and to our creator. It's the air that we breathe is that. It's chi, it's prana. Well, it's spirit. And spirit says, and the energy vibration is love. And you have that. You're made up of that. So it's technically impossible for you not to be able to get what you want. It's your thought. So Spirit says, again, do one thing at a time and focus on the present moment. Don't focus on this person. Don't focus on anything else. Create yourself. And that is how you transcend the limitations of your mind. Why? Because you're pouring into yourself, you're loving yourself. And Spirit says, if you attracted this person, then there was a sense of maybe not as much. And if you grew up in an environment where, hey, there wasn't really an anchor, you really didn't have that support, and you tended to run with a certain crowd and it wasn't really a good crowd. Spirit says now it's about you finding your true self. It's again and knowing yourself. And we leave off with one more, which is nothing moves you from your path to the light, because you have complete confidence in yourself. You realize your innate qualities and abilities, and know that with God you can do anything. All the power you need lies within you. And didn't I just say that without pulling that card? I didn't even need to pull this card, because Spirit said, you already said that. Well, it was a one last card, and then you pulled another card. But I felt like I needed to, and then Spirit just confirmed what I just said, that everything that you need to see that yourself, so that you value yourself. So when someone comes into your life, you automatically have boundaries based on those core beliefs, not on the old core beliefs, is what Spirit says. And when you grow those things by being focused on those things, well, it's again, you're pouring love. And like I said, you're gonna not just be able to create, but in that process, you're attracting all different things into your life that just change your perception about what you really know, that you like, what you know about yourself, and also what you really truly can have, because you see the evidence, you see it, you've alchemized it, you've turned that fear into like a new way, it's strength. And that's really what Spirit says. All right, I'm going to leave that there. Let me read everyone's comments. This in the past for me now, but he does keep popping up, and so he is not completely gone. Yes, yes. And I mentioned, yes, see, so he's like, I mean, until you replace that energy too, you'll be a little bit open to it, because the mind will always look for that type of emotional fulfillment. It just does. So that's why they're like, oh, the easiest way is just find another person. But the problem is that when we have these karmic blocks, we meet the same type of fucking person, where we're like, no, I don't want to meet any more people, because it's always like the same story, or one similar that just keeps you in the same karmic theme, whether that's victimization, betrayal, whatever it is. And so we're like, no. So Spirit says, this is the way to really alchemize the energy, so you don't attract any more people like that into your life. And so because you're actually changing the energetic template by going through a whole other experience than seeing who you truly are today. So you wouldn't even accept that person into your life because you'd be like, I can see that they're not really genuine. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you for sharing your energy with me too. I appreciate you. I appreciate when you guys show up. I know that I try and be on every day, but it's always on all different times of the day. And today I worked out and it's outside. And like I said, it's really hot out. It's disgusting. And so I'm just trying to I'm trying to stay balanced by getting everything in, but I'm always on. Sometimes I'm just on after the gym. Sometimes I'm, you know, after a podcast. So you'll see me looking all different ways. Today I got the homeless look. I'm rocking the homeless look. All right, guys. I love you. Thanks for sharing your energy with me. Be true to you. Remember that the kingdom of heaven's inside of you. If you can imagine it, you can create it. So become who you want to be. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye. Oh, you're in West Australia. That's awesome. I'm gonna go there one day. I got a reading from my friend, and she goes, "You're gonna go to Australia? I can't wait." I'm hoping to travel around the world one day. But if I go to Australia, you better come and visit me. All right. Thanks. Gotta go. Gotta do another video. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.